All right, traders, welcome back to the one, the only live trading with Benzinga. I'm ready to get after it. Of course, we got PCE, the SPY starting to come down. I'm ready to talk about this market. I've already put it out on my Twitter. If you guys are following me, Money Mitch BZ, what did I say about the pre-market? Let's see if anybody catches it in the chat. Hit the like button.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Those words have been dancing around my head all night. Oh, it's Vegas lore, that phrase.
All right, team, let's go ahead. Let's bring on my man, Ryan Faluna. He's actually going to be in charge today as I'm going to be hopping
Look
at
out,
9:30, team. So you guys get ready. I will try to make a opening trade here. But the truth is, it's all about the opportunities, right? And one thing to know is that in Trade the Pool, you can actually trade in the pre-market. So this morning, I was looking around. I just didn't see too big of an opportunity. I was thinking about shorting just the SPY off of the PCE numbers. Why? Because I felt like, this is a classic move, right? Bull, 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 bull. It's been 4 days of green. You get morning like pre-market action that looks bullish. You get a PCE that kind of agrees with the bullish action. And then now what have you seen since then? Downside action. That to me is the classic psychological, we're going to screw the day traders today, and then we'll bring it back maybe later, either later today or maybe even tomorrow or maybe even in the next 2 days, right? So I always think one thing. I always think that the market can't just go one way, right? Because if I start thinking that way, that's easily how you do what? You buy the open and get crushed on downside action. So I don't want to get caught with that today. I do have still some longs. I'll tell you guys them. I have some swing trades on that I took yesterday. Apple, deep into the green. I have it from 185.98. It's at 187.67. It got all the way up there to 188.30s. I have Penn that I'm taking a little bit of a swing trade action on, looking for the NFL bet. This is an interesting one that I'm taking, and I just wanted to hold kind of like 23.75 now. Really, the big move will be a move through 25s. So if it can get back through this 25, start climbing to 26, this will be looking really good. I don't want it back through this kind of 23.50s, even 24s really, but I'm going to give it a little bit of room to yesterday's low, 23.69, and then look for it to break through the high of 24.48. So close above 24.50s. Good look there. AAL still holding this. I've been holding this now for about a week and a half, looking for a $15 move. And I also took some coin. I actually lost on it yesterday, but towards the close, I said, you know what? I'm taking a shot on this. We'll see if this keeps working today. I'm really looking for a lift up through the 84.80s. But of course, if the market just starts to get dragged right out the gates, that's where I got to be careful, because we could have these big red moves here out the gates. We'll see what happens. I'm going to continue to watch growth names, ARKK names, definitely taking a nice lift yesterday. I mentioned keep your eyes on names like Roku. Roku yesterday, really nice move. When it started to move higher at about midday, it went red to green. Nice little move there. Unity was another one that I was looking at. Pretty decent move. Let's see if we get continuation in some of these growth plays. All right, but that's going to do it for my outlook. Of course, Mitch, you have a lot of trades to keep track of. Hell yes. Yeah, and that's the hard part of doing like swing trading and the day trading. One thing I try to do is always keep the positions in my swing trading where I shouldn't feel pressure. If I'm starting to feel pressure, I am size too big. And that's when it gets harder towards day trading, because I feel the pressure more in day trading than in swing trading. A lot of that has to do with what? Just share size approach, right? We'll see what happens on that action today. And now I'm going to kick it over to Ryan. Of course, he's been doing good. Started good on the Trade the Pool. I got green yesterday, but man, you've been doing great, Ryan. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look at your action today, and then we'll talk a little bit about how your Trade the Pool has been going.
Okay, sounds good. Let's take a look here at the SPY. We're continuing to push up here. I did notice a comment here from Jay. I think he was responding to what you were saying about holding some of those tech longs. We're up 4 straight days, better to trim and trail, in my opinion. This is actually what I agree with. One of the things I said yesterday or the day before yesterday on happy hour in reference to yesterday's session was that I wouldn't be surprised if we traded up a little bit and then reversed. Well, that didn't happen. We ended up closing green. Maybe that's what happens today. And Mitch, you kind of started that by showing some of those economic prints that were happening here this morning. So that's one of the things that I'm going to be watching for on the SPY. Again, we're at this point, we're trading up here. We're not really near, we're kind of in the midpoint of these two levels. So I'm just going to let the SPY do what it does. VIX down to 1369 in the pre-market was your low print, currently at 1369, currently at 1384. So we'll watch the VIX as well. Now I do have some, we can go over the trade the pool here real quick. Let me just do this and then do this. You know what? I don't know. Oh, here. Yes, I can. Solo layout. There we go. Okay. So a couple of things here. So number one, the first thing that you're going to notice is that my screen looks a little bit different. This is because yesterday, from fat fingering that trade or buying the wrong amount of shares, I've adjusted what my platform looks like to make that impossible. I don't want to rely on having to remember, especially if I'm hosting a show, going back and forth between different platforms and all of that stuff. So I removed the other order entry tool, and I'm just going to use the ladder. All of these windows are linked. So if I go ahead and type in a different ticker in the chart, it's going to change everything. And I only have one order entry spot here. So that's kind of what I learned from yesterday and how I'm applying it today. If I can get some more green booked on small trades, then I'll start increasing the size and maybe even holding a little bit longer so we can get some bigger gains in this account. That's going to be the strategy going forward here. Now, let's go back to Pro and take a look at some of the other opportunities that we're going to have today. First one that I want to start with here, Chewy reported earnings that they're trading down. This might bounce, but that's not going to necessarily be on the list. First one I want to start with here is Archer. All right, so you can see Archer hanging right out at that 7 line. Looks like it's trying to go higher, really kind of holding its gains here. And we have a PR from yesterday that says Archer is going to take center stage at the U.S. Chamber of Commerce upcoming Global Aerospace Summit in Washington. So there might be a move here in Archer. We've seen moves in that before. We'll see if we end up getting that today. Keep your eye on this, though. I got a sneaking suspicion this is going to have some action here today. Next ones on the list are going to be some of these smaller stocks. This is Acer. This was a 60-cent stock yesterday. This went as high as 120 earlier today. We're holding above the VWAP. I'm skeptical of these. These really haven't been that great. These stocks, some of these stocks that were, penny stocks that go above $1. I want to see if this has strength out of the open. Pullback to VWAP is great, but it really needs to hold that in order for us to take a position there. So we'll see if we end up getting that. Next is going to be NCNC, and you can see this popped as high as 326. We've really kind of come back in. We're beneath the VWAP now. Volume still impressive this morning. So let's see if we get any buying volume to close the gap here to the VWAP and maybe a pop above. Ticker NCNC. Now, the ticker that everyone is waiting for, already shouting here in the chat, is ICCT, and for good reason. We talked about this yesterday on Happy Hour. We said that this kind of appears as the next VFS. Remember, VFS stock started at what, like $8, went up to 70 over the course of days. What we're seeing here with ICCT, had a huge day yesterday after being unhalted, massive day in the after hours because obviously you can't halt on volatility in the extended sessions. Now we've come all the way back in. We're in the teens here. So keep in mind that this came back down from 42 to 17 in between yesterday's session and today's session. So be very careful if you're going to play this one. That should go without saying. I'm not sure if I'll play this one here today, but we'll definitely be watching it. ICCT on deck. I see Smoke Tuna already setting up the cannon of cash to go after it. Like it. TO is going to be the next one. We had a decent day yesterday. We have some continuation today. Want to see if we get the same type of movement. Remember, what this did out of the open yesterday was it immediately sold off. Once it reclaimed VWAP, it had that strength, and it did so on good volume and then had another volume pop. So I want to see if we get similar type of action here today. If we come out of the gate, do we reclaim VWAP? Is that where the strength is? TO definitely on watch here today. Next, I want to go ALLR. This was one that we talked about. This wasn't the short interest. That was a different one. ALLO was the short interest one. This is Alarity Therapeutics here. We did pop almost as high as 250. We've really kind of come back in. It's looked pretty weak in the pre-market today, continually setting lower lows here. So I want that trend to end before we look for a long side position. Once it starts setting some higher lows, maybe across through VWAP, some good volume, that would give us some indicators to go ahead. Next here, let's see, SMX, not really sure on this. The volume looks pretty good. Maybe this pops and goes, but this not one of my better targets. GNS, this one looks a little bit better. We're already doing some of those higher lows here in the pre-market. Let's see if that holds up. Pull back to VWAP, hold and move would be great. If we take out 170, I think 190 or even a 2 test might be possible if it maintains its strength. The other thing that's going on is AMC, right? So I generally am not going to trade AMC. This is a recent reverse split runner. We had a humongous day yesterday. Looks like it's setting up for another day here today, but let's be careful with this one. We do have a catalyst here. AMC shares are trading higher after the company announced that Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour record-breaking concert, is headed to thousands of movie theater screens in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. Mitch doesn't look like he likes that at all, but that headline right there might drive AMC today. So it's at least worth watching.
I'll tell you right now, what am I watching? I'm watching the AMC shorts.
So there you go. Let me take care of that.
Ryan, no. You actually helped me there. I was wondering, why the hell is this thing up there towards 14 right now?
Well, you know who actually helped you? I'm glad that I was the one able to verbalize it, but what actually helped was Benzinga Pro. So remember, if you want to stay ahead of all these news catalysts and figure out which ones are good and which ones are not, please go ahead and start your two-week free trial. You don't even need a credit card. Just try it out. See if it works for you. If it does, it'll probably be a pretty good investment. And I got a good feeling about that. It's worked for me. So that's about all I got here. Jay Summers is already starting. Look at this. Already pulled $420 out of ICCT. Let's go. That's exactly what I like to hear.
Yeah,
if you have an entry, what was your entry and exit price on that, Jason? I was just curious. But awesome stuff. Way to start the morning. Good morning,
guys.
Go ahead. Good. And I was just going to say good morning to everybody else. I see a whole bunch of returning faces in here.
That's what it's all about. And I'll tell you guys, today's the last day, guys. If you want to get after it, last day to get your 20% off on Trade the Pool. So if you don't do it today, by the end of the day, you're going to be missing out on that. And I definitely think you guys can check it out. And one thing that I recommend also, maybe you just want to get the package and then trade with the demo for a little bit to understand the platform. You can definitely do that if you'd want to. So you guys see how there's 14-day free trial. That's the demo there that you can get to just check it out, right? So go ahead and check it out, guys. Last day for it, Jason. Of course, I think you know what it is, but I'll answer your question. What, of course, is Trade the Pool? It's a prop firm, right? So if you guys want to go ahead and get access, try to get these prop accounts. Give it a shot. Let us know how you guys go, and of course, we're always here to support you. Raz, did you buy Shop? No, I did not. I liked it, but I did not get it yesterday. And it looks interesting today also, but I think it's just going to be all dependent on how we do in the market open here. Will we get kind of these red to green moves? Look around to see what happens there. We'll see what happens towards the gate here. It's 9:27. I'm going to have to leave right after the bell here. So I'm going to try to take an opening short on AMC. This is high risk. I'm putting this out there. I got to be smart. I want the stock to pop above 14, and then I can risk off of the pre-market high of day. I have to let it pop a little bit because I don't like shorting into weakness, but I'm going to look for this to come right back down, especially if we can get some downside action out the gates. Now, a stock that I could keep on my radar is a stock yesterday that I had a killer trade on, of course, SMCI. That was monstrous for me, guys. That actually put me right back into the account and at least not feeling like I'm just getting destroyed. So I'll see what happens to this one today, but keep an eye on it, team.
All right. Just setting my screens up here for the day. Just give me a sec. It's going to be fun hanging out with you folks. Mitch, I'm a little nervous as always, but our community is going to help carry us towards the end here.
Let's have some fun, guys. And of course, if I do this one, I'll keep it pretty tight risk. I'm only going to probably go about it with like 100 shares. I'll probably just do 50 at a time, or I could do like 30 at a time, but we'll see what happens here out the gates. I don't want to have orders just sitting out because that's easily how I could get attacked to those orders and then just see it push through. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to look for the quick pop. And as the pop turns around, I'll go and try to tackle it.
All right. Sounds
After
good.
that, I will be hopping. Just want to let you guys know.
We're 1 minute till the open here, so get ready, folks. One of the things I'm watching here, I'm just kind of on my pro screen. I'm just kind of taking a look here at AMC and Acer just to see what they do. We also had a headline yesterday on Triple D, or Apple using, I think, 3D printers for things. Triple D popped. It's popping here again in the pre-market. We'll see if that ends up getting going here. So.
All right, guys, 35 seconds, 30 seconds for the bell.
Do it.
Here it comes, guys. You guys get ready. Be safe out there. And like always, enjoy the action here. Hit the like button when you can and tell us what you guys want to see more of right here on Live Trading. We will try to do so ourselves. Let's see what happens here, guys. Get ready.
15 seconds till we open.
Dun, dun, dun.
Getting caffeinated.
All right, SPY continuing to go down after the pre-market PCE. Let's see if that creates a pop out the gate or continued red side out the gates here.
It is go time, Jason. You got that right. You got that right. All right. ACHR, little pop here.
AMC straight down out the gates. I'm looking for a pop back towards 14 here to get short, but I don't want to just jump into the 1380s here. I just feel like it could just squeeze through 14 and then I'm asking for it. So if it just comes down here, I'll just let it go. Definitely, I saw some opening orders getting filled there at the 68s and 73s.
Archer popped to 708 here. We'll see if this can run higher on Archer.
All right, out the gates, I do have coin in the green for the swings and Apple in the green for the swings. We'll see what happens today. SPY gave me a little bit of an up move here. Looking at the Qs overall, let's take a look here at the Qs. I'm seeing the Qs pop. Technology leading the way right out the gates here. Real estate and consumer cyclical. What's in the red is energy, healthcare, and defensives. And AMC already down there to 1360s. So looking like an opening short would have worked very well there. But I, of course, don't like to short into weakness. And so sorry, Taylor Swift, but going against you a little bit today.
Hey, you're on your own betting against Taylor Swift. I'll tell you that much. I'm not going to do that. But
don't worry. You guys know my Twitter too. All right, guys, that's probably going to do it for me, guys. I'm going to go ahead and hop here. I'll let Ryan take control. You guys smash the like. Please do me the favor. Let's give Ryan some likes today. He's going to be taking control. And so you guys have fun. I'll be back a little later. And, of course, catch me later today on Start Swing Trade.
All right, Mitch, good luck. Thank you very much. We will have some fun. Uh-oh. There we go. We will have some fun here today. Don't really see anything yet. Acer immediately broke down. BEKE, interesting move here. This just popped big off the open here. BEKE. Not sure what's going on here. Oh, earnings were released before the open. Let's see what else we had here. Special dividend. Huh. Share repurchase program. Okay, so BEKE moving here. The Crow taking IFBD, so going after that those penny stocks here out of the gate. Let's take a look at EALLR, excuse me. Big move down out of the gate. AMC still coming in. IFBD, this is the strongest stock that I see here this morning. Smoke Tuna just flooding the chat with tickers right now. SATX back up to the VWAP here. NCNC that was on the list here from this morning. See what that's doing. Rejected at the VWAP. Seeing a lot of VWAP rejections here. Got no problem being a little bit patient early on. Is IFBD trying to take 60? Let's see. Yeah, Acer breaking down. ALLR trying to bounce, but I'm not sure I trust this. Fit Crow out 7-cent move on IFBD. Nice job, Crow. Nice job hitting that here. Tesla at the highs. And I can't even keep up with all the tickers that Smoke Tuna's throwing out here. A lot of action here. Yang, so your China Bear levered ETF, looking like that's kind of trading up here. Let's see. BEKE really came back in too. Tech moving to highs here. So that little drop in the pre-market being reversed here, market moving higher, all indices moving higher here. Jason, taking a look at Google. We took a look at this yesterday. This moved through the VWAP here and holding. Let's see if it actually holds that VWAP and goes higher here. Google really needs to take 138 out today for that to be a really good mover. You're also saying UBS. I haven't looked at UBS today. UBS. What happened here? Let's see what's going on here. Earnings. Okay. Earnings on UBS moving higher here. You guys were saying Okta was moving higher. They had huge earnings yesterday. Is this highly shorted? No, it isn't. 3.82 days to cover, but really not a lot of the float shorted. This thing down huge, being cut in half, and then cut in half again. This thing down from 280. Okta. ICCT is halted down. Halt to the downside here. Glad I avoided that. EFSH, it's another penny stock. I'm not interested in that. Not today. Acer continuing to come in here. Let's see how ACHR was doing. ACHR did take out that 708, but only went to 709. MVST, this was another one on Smoke Tuna's list, moving through that 206 high. MVST. I had tried to click on Tilray there. I know we had some cannabis news. Those stocks have been strong. Let's see what Tilray is doing here this morning. Really needs to take out 290. PIII from Bex. You traded this before, didn't you? Another move higher here. I actually took 100 shares of this when you called it the other day. But not a whole lot here. We want this to run. Archer at the highs here, 711. Looks like the highs. That has been strong out of the gate here on Archer. ACHR. Let's take a look at that. All right. So Carmen, you're talking about BETR. Is there a block there at 1? Is there a block there? Let's see. So maybe we will take this. This will be in the main account. Let's see. You know what? Let's try some of this. We're doing it for Carmen. We're going to try it for Carmen right here. Taking a little bit at 99.9998. Let's see if we can go through $1 here, Carmen. ACHR, yes, Kathy Wood does like that. Yes, it is. Thank you, Dave. Good looking out here, folks. See if Better can get through 1 here. Definitely some size there. It's stopping there. At this point, just trying to get some green on the screen. That's in the main account, by the way. I'm not even sure if BETR is in Trade the Pool. Let me check. No, it is not. So we're going to stick with the main account here. See if that moves through on. Still waiting on that. There is a queue on the AMC website for Taylor Swift movie. Good news is still bad news. Yeah, I mean, again, that Taylor Swift might be enough to move that. That Taylor Swift headline here this morning might be enough to move that. We'll see. Good morning, Lynn and Randy. Good to see you folks here. You guys are riding ICCT from yesterday. That's impressive. Impressive stuff. That must be a huge trade for you, Smoke Tuna. Great job. Great job on that. Wish I had your risk profile. Just can't do it. I'll put this up on my other screen though, so we can watch it. So I can keep my eye on it. Man, it's ripping. Ripping. ICCT. God, watching this action makes me want to chase. And it's like, I know better. Might be halted here at 2048 if it holds. Nope, that didn't hold. There, and it went higher. God, wild. Yeah, I 42 last night. Just unbelievable. Did you trade it? Is anyone else trading ICCT besides Smoke Tuna? Just out of curiosity. ICCT, here you go with your pullback. Hopefully that gives you a setup for those of you that still want to trade it. Yes, I can't. Yeah, CJ, I can't trade that thing either. Look at that. $2 drop already at ICCT. Oh my God. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't chase it. Jason, I'm mostly large and mega caps. Good. There's a huge contingent of traders in here that would prefer to trade those. BETR coming back in here. See if this ends up turning around. Hi, buddy. Look at how cute you are. Acer may be coming back, huh? Let's check. Yep, right back to VWAP. Good call there. See if Acer can move here. Halt down on ICCT, 17.15 your halt price. Oh, yikes. Better coming back in here. This really kind of moves towards the lows. Going to have to cut this. We'll see. Acer through the VWAP. That was a great call. Great call, whoever that was. Marshall, great call on Acer coming back here right through the VWAP. A little too slow for, I was a little too slow. It's not too slow for me. I was a little too slow. Let's see if Acer moves higher here. Uh, 112, there's some size there on Acer. It needs to take it out. Let's see if it goes here on Acer. BETR might be bouncing here. We'll see if that can hold up here. Acer through that 112 spot. Let's see if it can get going here now. Acer 129, your pre-market high. So that would be a spot to watch here on Acer. They're refreshing 112 there, by the way, on Acer. Decent bid under it. Let's see if they take this again. Might be stronger on the second time through here. 112 on Acer. And through again. Now we're pushing a little bit more size there at 115. Boy, they took that fast and yanked it. Let's see if they keep pushing here on Acer. Good stuff here on Acer, folks. Nice call, Marshall. That was primo. All right, so the market's first move was up. Now it seems to be coming in a little bit. Let's see what happens there. Acer trying to go for some more highs here. I have the high at 116 and 117 now. We'll see if we take their little bit more size there at 117. We'll see if they take that out. Better's trying to bounce, but feeling a little heavy, Carm. We'll see. Acer might come back through this 112 here. Let's see. Trying for that 117 spot again here on Acer. A lot of stock trading there on Acer. We'll see if that can go higher here. Maybe it'll set up to BETR. Not doing great here. Still struggling with that one spot. Currently hanging out at about 96. Pure Storage. I saw that they had earnings yesterday. I saw their CEO on. No, Jason. So you asked me about MasterCard yesterday. So first of all, great company. I actually like MasterCard and Visa. By the way, Acer going higher here now. Great job. Trim and trail if you have this. This was a great trade from 107 VWAP break. Let's go, Acer. Let's go, Acer. But no, my thing about MasterCard here is that I just think the consumer is going to continue to weaken. So it's not the greatest. Acer going higher here now. Acer going higher here. BETR coming back in. We might have to cut that if that really falls out. Going for the 129 here on Acer. Let me get that back on the screen. Great job here by you folks. That's going to get halted here. It's going to halt here. Let's see what Acer does when it opens. Yeah, you know what's interesting here? This is talking about Acer being acquired, right? So Zevra Therapeutics to acquire Acer Therapeutics, expanding its rare disease portfolio. They also had, looks like an investigation into that. That's normal. That normally happens with these. But in the halt here, so don't like that, but we're up on it pretty decently, so we'll see how that goes. BETR really struggling, coming back in here. Yikes. Gonna have to cut that for a small loss, I'm afraid. See if it can bounce off this 93 spot. ICCT is open. Thank you, Smoke Tuna. Let's see what we got here on ICCT. More downside action on ICCT. Yep, better continuing to come in here. So that was on just complete rejection at 1 and really just in free fall at this point. Better really needs to firm up or that's probably done for the day. Carmen, did you have a long-term outlook on Better? I can't remember. Was that a shorter-term one or a long-term one? SS Trades, this shows really good discipline in my opinion. Really good discipline. You made your money on ICCT yesterday. Not going to touch it today. Look for other opportunities. I can't disagree with that. NCNC, you guys are saying, is in play. NCNC moving through the VWAP here. Looking around here, folks. Midterm, just because it crashed so hard on merger. Okay, thanks, Carm. Hopefully you don't mind if I call you Carm. I like to come up with like abbreviated nicknames. Let me look around here and see what else is going on. Market's still coming back in, so maybe we do get that pop and reversal. Let you know when Acer opens. I see, Carm. So you're playing for like a regression back to the mean to the upside after that. Okay, maybe we do get a bounce here. Already back up a little bit here on Better. Ticker BETR. Sorry if I did not announce that well enough. Acer, we're looking at an open here at 950 if it's the 5-minute halt. Just a trading halt there. So 950.15 would be your exact time print. We'll see. All of a sudden, my SPY options are down 20%. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I don't like options, but it's great when it works in the other way for you. On Better there, ticker BETR, there's a block there at 95 that they're going to have to take out on the way back up there. I saw 18,000 share print there, 16,000 share print there at 95. So maybe that volume will get it going. SS trades in at Acer at 95. You're in good shape there. Let's see what happens when this opens from it opens from its halt. Excuse me. How's CRM doing after earnings? Okay, coming back in a little bit. Maybe just some profit taking there. Jay, what are your thoughts on CRM, on Salesforce? I can't remember if you've talked about this name before. Just wondering what you think about this company. SATX. This was a penny stock. Looks like this is curling. By the way, better attacking that huge block at 95 now. Or it was for a sec there. Another huge print there. Just under a minute until Acer opens, by the way. BEK, look at that pop off the open. This is a lot of the times why you guys hear me talking about taking your gains when you have them. Look at this pop. This was almost a $3 pop on BEK. Came all the way back in. If you're in that pop, don't be afraid to take some of that off, at least some. Marshall, how am I playing the halt? I'm in 500 shares on the 120 break, so it got halted while I was in it. If this pops up out of the halt, I'll just take it off. I mean, I guess if it pops down out of the halt, depends where it goes. We'll have to see what happens when it opens up. Should be coming here in the next 5 seconds. There we go, and we reopened higher on Acer. There we go, a little bit more. I'm going to take mine off here. Just book those gains. All right. Oh, it came all the way back down. Wow. Okay, well, sometimes better to be lucky than good. Got out of there with a little bit of a gain. We got some green on the screens. That's the start we were looking for here. I'm still in BETR, so if that can recover, we might actually have something working here. I'll keep Acer on watch here. High is 135. We'll see if we take that out after this halt here. You guys are mentioning GRWG and CGC. That leads me to believe that cannabis stocks are still strong here today. CGC, just a penny stock. GRWG, let's take a look at Grow Generation. That is having a nice move here. Nice move here. Nice trade. SS trades. Let me go ahead and do that. Oops. All right, BETR coming back up here. That's what we wanted to see. All right, sorry, just doing some stuff there for work. Let me get that back up here. Sorry, I'm managing so many things here, folks. Okay, so Acer's moving higher here. Good job for any of you that stayed in that. ICCT out of halt. How's that doing? Lower. Let's see if Better can attack one again. That would be really great. Tesla at the lows. Do I dare try to load up trade the pool? Let's see if we can get Tesla going here. Let me at least get it ready just in case it flashes us a signal. And it's already bouncing off that on the 1 minute chart. I'm going to start with a smaller share amount here. Tesla, maybe it tries to recover to that VWAP here. Let me see if I do this. Do you get it? Yeah, there we go. So this is kind of what we're watching here on Tesla. This bounce here, pretty nice. Bounced off the low of the day. When I came in here, I saw it at about right here. Not going to chase that. Let's see what happens here on Tesla. I still am, Buglog. I'm not a huge fan of penny stocks. Acer, the move over $1 today is the only reason I tried it. I still really don't care for penny stocks all that much. Acer halted again here to the upside. Wow. Tesla continuing to bounce here. Tesla coming back in a little bit here. I'm going to try a little Tesla here. 20 shares at a time. We'll see if we can actually get this to roll. See if we can get Tesla back up to the VWAP here. If it comes back down a little bit and holds, might add some more shares. Let's see. If Tesla's just going to stop there, that would be a shame. Hey, Charles, really appreciate that. Big supporter of the community, but really appreciate this really nice comment. I'll say this. I don't want to be dramatic. Trading is hard enough, right? It's hard enough. The last thing we want to do is make it harder on ourselves and the community. Like, that just doesn't make much sense to me. So Tesla, this might be going higher here. See, up Tesla coming back in now. Coming back in now. Oh, Tesla, why you got to do it? Try some more here. And now let's go back to, and we can flatten this if it starts to go against us too much. See if we can hold in here and move back up. Tesla, I think, might bounce here. Going a little bit slow because I don't want to erase the good work that we did yesterday in the prop account. That's really the strategy here for today. If Tesla returns to lows here, that would be rough for the trade. Looks like that's what it's doing here. We're just gonna hold on to this here for a sec. I'll go back to Benzinga Pro when I can. I got Acer up on my other screen, so I'll let you know when this opens. Better too, by the way, holding above that 95 level. Tesla on this 1 minute chart here, Tesla forming higher lows. So that would be really good for the bounce play. We'll see if this continues here. And here's something else really quickly regarding trade the pool that I really, really like. First of all, I like seeing the buy spots on the chart. That's to me really, really helpful. I also really like the way they do the P&L down here. When you're down, it's red, and when you're up, it's yellow. I would not have expected that I like that color combination, but I sure do. Come on, Tesla. Let's push higher here. Let's push higher here and get Lynn and Randy dancing on the table again. Those are always good mornings when you're table dancing. Come on, Tesla. Come on, Tesla. You can do it. Amazon popping here. The market recovering too, by the way. That little downdraft got bought back up. Tesla moving higher here now. Great move. There we go. There we go. Tesla back to the VWAP. What's it going to do? Oh, it came all the way back in. Was all the way up at that VWAP. That was great. That's exactly what we were looking for here. I didn't get out. Still in here. Let's see if it challenges that VWAP and goes higher. Come on, Tesla. We got to get Lynn and Randy dancing. We got to get Lynn and Randy dancing. Let's pop above that. Let's pop above that VWAP. Pop me home, Tesla. Acer's open now. 149, your high print backed off that spot immediately. Tesla, are you going to go above the VWAP or nah? You going to go above that VWAP here, Tesla, or nah? It's trying. Tesla's trying. Come on, Tesla. You got this. You got this. You got this, Tesla. Don't come back in. I have a feeling like it's just kind of pausing here, right? Now we're pulling back here. Not going to let the trade go red on me at this point because we got the move that we wanted. But still think maybe this can go. Come on, Tesla. Liked a little bit more. I definitely went smaller share size so we could stay in this a little bit more. But I do also want to get off the screen and see if we can find some other plays. I'm sorry this has taken up so much time. There's a green candle. Come on, Tesla. How about that third attempt through the VWAP? How about we break it on this third attempt? Right back up to the VWAP. Let's see if we can move through it this time. Market is at the highs, so that's working well for us here. You can just see this is what we're watching right here. This nice little break above the VWAP is what I'm hoping for. Now, and like I said, I know we're watching a whole bunch of other stuff. I will get back to it as soon as I close this trade. I feel like it wants to go above the VWAP. 257 here. Let's get a pop above 257. That's really what we need. SS Trades. No, I haven't tried the Whispering Sweet Nothings, as 13 called it yesterday. I haven't tried that yet today. Here we go on Tesla, pushing through that VWAP. Let's get going here. Let's get going here. Bang. All right. We got any more pushing it? Now what we're going to do is we're going to stay in this. If it comes back to the VWAP, I'll be out there. But we're going to ride this push here. This is pretty good. This is working. We basically scaled into this 20 shares at a time here. And because we're getting so much movement here in Tesla, it's actually turning into a pretty decent trade. Let's go. Can we get 258? Can we get 258? Do I hear 258 from anybody? Google looks prime. Jason, you're thinking that move's going to be explosive? We'll take a look at that here in a sec. Just let me book these gains here. Got to figure out where what Tesla's going to do here. Go higher. Let's see if we can get that 258. Price would have been 256.06. So remember, Lynn and Randy have been talking to us about $2 moves in Tesla being fairly normal. So if we went to 258.06, that would be a $2 move from my average price. And that would be the trade plan that Lynn and Randy talk about all the time. So we'll see if we end up getting that here. We're not far away, only about 40 cents away. Tesla's still strong here. Good buying volume. Market looks good. Everything looks good. All the signs up. Now it's coming back in. All I had to do was keep talking about it. Remember, if this comes into VWAP, we're just going to book the gains. Don't want it to break beneath the VWAP. Market's still at the highs and still strong, so not giving up on it just yet. The other thing that you could do here is that if we breach the up, like right here, let me just get ready. It's coming back into VWAP. Bounced a little bit there. Nice little bounce there. Pillow talk with Ryan. I don't think anybody wants that. I'll be honest with you. Tesla trying to bounce off the VWAP again. You know what's cool is that it used it as resistance and it's now using it as support. When that changes, we'll have to readjust our plan here. But the good news is that since we're working in the green already, this is much, much easier. Much, much easier to deal with. Come on, don't break below that VWAP. That's my exit trigger. You don't want to do that. Close above 257 could be bullish. Hold on. Pop back up. This candle closes in 4 seconds. Let's see what happens when the oh my God, came all the way back down. Came all the way back down. Can't let the trade go red. Come on, bounce. Give me some more profit. I got to get out of it. Damn. All right, so that's a bummer. That's a bummer. We'll wait for this to set up again. It had way more gains than that. Really wish you could have taken that. We'll see where this ends up going. I really didn't want that to turn red. Gosh, that's bummer. That is a bummer. All right, we're going to come back to Tesla here in a sec. Oh, look, it just bounced right off that. Just shook me out. Shook me out. We can watch and see if that goes through the VWAP again here. Let me go back to Benzinga Pro here real quick. Was a bummer. That was a bummer. The entry on there was real good on that And the ad was real good on that, but that pullback, I should have been out closer to that VWAP. Happened fast. Bummer. Okay, let's go back to Benzinga Pro, see what else is going on. ICCT out of the halt and down. ACER pulling back off the 163 high as well. You guys were saying NCNC. This is a nice move through the VWAP here. Good stuff. Moving to volume, moving to HOD on volume. Oh yeah, no, that's part of the game. I appreciate it. That's just part of the game. I just wish I would have got out of there with a little bit more gains. The entry was good. The exit was not. Tesla coming back in. We'll see if that sets up again. I'm sure it will. That's the good thing about Tesla too, is that it gives you a ton of opportunity to make these trades, right? Tesla is always giving us opportunity. SS Trades looking at NCNC in at 243 here. So that looks like a nice job front running that VWAP. We'll see if we move higher here. Acer coming back in towards its VWAP. BETR struggling at its VWAP, but a pop above 97 might actually push that on better. Ticker BETR. IFBD, you're saying having a nice bounce there. This is GRWG. This was a good call from earlier on some of those pot names. This thing just kind of stair-stepping, grinding its way up. GRWG still at the highs. Jay, let's take a look at this. This is a nice little longer term play. We talk a lot about day trading opportunities here, but let's examine this. SSYS, Jay. Jay says, I've been nibbling the past few days. Was a takeover play, but that died down minus 20 to 14. So it went from 20 to 14, I think is what you're saying there. Right here, you got it. Some chatter, Apple will use 3D in some products. This is what I was talking about yesterday. When we got that headline, we got a pop on DDD, and I think we got it on SSYS as well, right? Yeah, this was it. This was that pop. So you're looking to swing that, Jay. You know what? It's enough of me missing out. I'm going to join you here. I'm going to start buying some of this SSYS right now. First buy here, 1446. We'll see where this ends up going. I'm going to scale into this, so I'm going to take it a little bit slow, Jay. But I'm with you. I'm with you on SSYS. I started nibbling today too. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, you guys are still talking about NCNC, saying it's going to 3. Let's take a look at that. Oh, come on, Pro. All right, NCNC. This is still just building here. Really, we need to take out that 275 to the top. Smoke Tuna saying, Ryan, you need to focus. Yep, definitely. A little bit tougher to do that on days where I'm doing everything and trying to keep the chat engaged, but doing the best job that I can here, Smoke Tuna. Tesla, big breakdown, by the way. Let's take a look at this. This is why I didn't want this to move back through the VWAP and wanted to take those gains off. Really wanted to give it a chance to bounce here, but did not want the trade to go red on me. We'll see if this sets back up and moves through the VWAP. Again, with the higher lows, really like seeing that. Not as experienced at drawing trend lines on here. Let's see. Here we go. Hey, buddy. Buddy wants to join the show. Here, let's get this off. Buddy, look, say hi to everybody. They're in that camera right there. You don't have to look at me. Look at the camera. Look at how happy he is. Okay. Okay. We'll check back in on Tesla here shortly. NCNC might be coming back into the VWAP. Be careful there. Your kitty makes me smile, says Jenny. Awesome. He makes everybody smile. Hi, buddy. Yo, buddy. I like how Crow spells buddy in the Canadian way, I think. DDAE. Let's go. Let's go. NCNC coming back into the VWAP. Let's see if we get a VWAP bounce here. 251, your VWAP spot. Thanks for the kind words, Patrick. Really appreciate that. I tell you what, though, LGV on Longeveron here. Okay, so this is a nice push away from VWAP. Scanner has, or my scanner anyway, has pretty much dried up at this point. Let's check on Acer. Let's check on Acer. Where are we going on Acer? Okay, nice little bounce here on Acer. I'm not in this, but let's see if we can actually trade back up towards the highs here. BETR coming back in. That was not great. That was not great. Acer at that 150 level. There's probably some size there. Let me pull that up in a different. Let me pull that up in a different chart here. See if I can monitor the level 2. NCNC bouncing off the VWAP. Came all the way back into the VWAP and literally bounced off of it. ALLR moving up. All right, this would be actually a nice little close to VWAP here. What do you think, Smoke Tuna? If we break 182, maybe we can go back up. Currently at 181. ALLR. Yeah, I feel that on ALLR wanting to go to VWAP here. I feel that. 182 is the spot that it needs to take out. It's been stopped there so far on ALLR. Tesla's still at that same area there. Really should have taken those gains on that move. Was waiting for that $2 move. I should have just took it off. All right, buddy's out of here. I think he heard something in the other room. Acer still moving up here. ALLR at that 182 spot. Acer trying to make new highs here. I got 163 as the high print on Acer. All right, Acer new highs here. Good job for those of you still in that. NCNC looks like it's stopping Crow out. That might not be over yet though, Crow. What's ICCT doing? ICCT open, but still just at that 15 handle. Market looks like it's trying to go back to the highs here. NCNC, wow, big move through that VWAP. Might bounce here though. Not in it. Yeah, we've been saying that for a while. Jay here saying it's such a tough market. The two names that did nothing yesterday in the tech rally, Amazon and Meta, decided to get bought today. Fun how that works, huh? Fun. All right, let's see if we can get some more strength here into ALLR back up to that 181 spot. BEKE. Ooh, BEKE. This is curling maybe a move through the VWAP here on BEKE. 13. Good morning. Hopefully you're doing well. I took Sanjay's suggestions in Delta calls. Okay, how's Delta doing today, 13? Didn't even look at Delta. I saw that United was down. Delta down early, but recovering. Hopefully you bought that dip. Uh-oh, hang on a second. Okay, never mind. Sorry about that. So far, so good. Like to hear it, 13. Like, you love to hear it. All right, let me go back and see if we can. Tesla moving above its VWAP here. Tesla's trying to go higher. What's the market doing? Market's pulling a little. Tesla really struggling to get above and move through that VWAP. Let's take a look at this. Man, Acer still strong. Pot name's still going too. Yep. Yeah, the warrants for VFS seem to be moving. That is interesting. That is interesting. Silver Fox, you're calling Tesla to 260 today. That would be cool. That would be cool. Marty, you're talking about Lulu. What do you guys think for Lulu earnings? That would be one of my big questions. What do you guys think about Lulu earnings? Think maybe Lulu trades down on earnings today? Let me know what you guys think on Lulu earnings. That was something we were taking a look at yesterday as well. Tesla will teach you discipline, requires patience. So big, it covers mistakes, always with the big names. Good luck. Thanks, Lynn and Randy. Really appreciate the kind words. We're always trying to be better, Lynn and Randy. Always trying to be better. Always trying for that. Patience also one of the big commodities for traders. Man, BETR, that did not go over one. Flat out one rejection there. Leaking down to lows. Not looking good on BETR. Tesla is trying to push higher here. We'll see if we can get going. Market looks good for it. Lulu in the long term, what they've done for women's pants is nothing short of a miracle. That's true, Crow. I gotta say the men's pants are awesome. I have several pairs of Lulu pants, and they're some of my favorite. But I know what you mean. See what else is going on here. You guys see any other nice fresh setups? Fresh setups? There goes Tesla pushing up here. Right. Let's see. Let's see what else we can find here. ACB, that was another cannabis name, wasn't it? BEKE is not really doing much. How's AMC doing? Oh, look at AMC. Weak right out of the open. They had all that pre-market activity and just weak right out of the open. I'm glad I didn't trade this. I almost certainly would have lost on this. ALLR, Smoke Tuna, amazing call on this one. This one looks like it is trying to come back up to the VWAP. Did break that 181 spot we were just watching. Great job on this one, Smoke Tuna. You were all over this early and had the patience to sit through it. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. ALR coming back in a little bit here. This ALR move, something tells me that this might not be done here, Tuna. I got a gut feeling this isn't going to be done here. Tesla moving a little bit higher here still. I just practiced trading Tesla in the prop account. What the hell? Jay, you call him Neo. Oh my gosh, Neo, this was a huge move. Well, I guess not really. It just looks like that on the chart, but this is only, what, peak to trough? This is only, what, 30 cents or so? ICCT setting up? Let's take a look at that. I'm going to pass on this one, on ICCT. Actually, a move through 16 probably challenges the VWAP, though, honestly. And you guys were talking earlier about VFS warrants. This is actually pretty good here. This is just grinding up. How's VFS, the actual equity, doing? Down 11%. Pretty big divergence there. Okay, let's roll through some of these tickers that we've been looking at here today. Oh, come on, don't freeze on me. Ooh, Acer going for highs again. Jay saying, let me get this up on the screen so I can read it. Jay, VFSWW, my gut tells me the warrants are bid as a hedge against the stock because put options are so expensive. Okay, there you go. There you go. Not trading either of those, frankly. SATX, that's a penny stock for you penny players. Curling, good job. That's right, Crow. Curling off 60 cents here. 13, posing a question to the chat here. So is this the return of meme stonks? BTC ETFs are poised for SEC approval. Cannabis possibly getting rescheduled. AMC and GME shorted bigly. Hey, let me know if you're playing any of the meme names, 13. You played GameStop back in the day, as they say, right? I'm pretty sure. Acer new highs, folks. Like one trade. Smoke Tuna mentioning DNA. Is that actually doing something today? Inco Bioworks. Maybe a push higher here. We'll see. Yeah, Marty, you're piquing my curiosity too. I have a GMC story for you all. Probably best reserved for more than a few cocktails. Hey, Marty, I'm in for that. Whenever we can meet up, I'm in for that. I definitely want to hear that story. SPY pulling back from the highs here. Checking some other stuff here real quick. Okay. Sorry, catching up on stuff. Okay. Okay. Back to reality, as they say. I see you mentioning ACHR. That was on the list to watch earlier today. Let's see what ACHR ends up doing here. Okay. So we're still, it pushed out of the gate, came back in, but right back to highs. Definitely bullish. ICCT curling back up towards the VWAP there. Yeah, I saw a bunch of Futu calls come in, J2K. Actually, seeing a bunch of them in here. Wow, nice little move here on that. Didn't see the Baba ones, or didn't see anything for Baba on here, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen. SMX, MJ, Ollie. A couple of you guys were mentioning Ollie, right? Yeah. You don't have to apologize. Smoke Tuna still in ICCT from 11, doing a great job riding that up. See if the market can move back to highs. Oh, Marty. I believed in the work from home esports boom during my day job, got stopped out around 30 with over 1,200 shares on January 20th and left life-changing money on the table. That is frustrating. That is definitely frustrating. Jason, Smoke Tuna kills it every day. Asset to our show, without a doubt. ICCT going for that VWAP, by the way. You guys are making me want to trade ICCT, which is not good. I'm going to be disciplined and not do it. As soon as I look away, it's gonna drop right to the VWAP. Look at that. Let's see what happens here at VWAP on ICCT. Yeah, I'm just gonna be disciplined. I'm gonna stick to my discipline and not take ICCT. I want to, but I feel like that's just gonna yank on me. Already likely gonna take an L on BETR. And right back in on ICCT. Way to go, Ryan. Pat yourself on. Didn't donate money to the cause right there. Tesla looks like this is trying to move higher. Well, Tesla looks like it's trying to go higher here. All right, folks. Hopefully, you all are having a fun day. Hopefully, it's profitable. Looks like profitable based on what the chat is saying here today. SSYS, that was a great call. And Tesla, I kind of want to take it for this break here. Feel like it might, but let's see what the market's doing. Lynn, you guys seem like you're always on the road. Stopping at Bros, though. I'll let Mitch know. I'll let Mitch know. Tesla, I want to see another down move before I start buying. This grind up, I feel like it's just going to kind of fake. Oh, here we go. Here we go. You guys are trading SATX? Yeah, that was a nice curl off 60. 7-cent move here already. Tesla pushing up here. Ooh, Tesla moving. It kind of faked out on that down move and then went higher. Oh my God, smoke tuna. I missed yesterday's market open. I walked through a glass door in the house thinking it was closed. Got 17 stitches on my knee. Oh my goodness. I'm glad you're feeling better today. My gosh, that sounds awful. That sounds absolutely awful. And Tesla, what a move. It did have that 58. Didn't do it in one clean swing. ACHR going? Let's take a look. Oh yeah, this did pop. That look at that move through 7-Eleven too. That's really what brought some of the volume in and really caused that good move. Good spot there. All right, took that off. Guys, SATX Crow monster call here. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this is the volume sticks we're looking for too. Nice curl off 60 Crow. Great job. SS Trades, you're looking at Tilray, looking at some of those pot names. Tilray on the relative volume scanner here, going for new highs on Tilray. How's Acer doing? Okay, Acer's still holding above its VWAP. NCNC broke down and didn't really come back. Don't see a whole bunch. GRWG, how's that? Oh my gosh, what a move, GRWG. This would have just been a easy. This is what Mitch calls let the trade work for you, where you just put your feet up and let the trade keep going. Smooth tuna. Yeah, I need some stickers on the doors. Cannot live in a glass house. Don't throw stones in that glass house either. Oh my God, BETR coming back here. Looking like it's trying to come back to the VWAP. Still in, by the way. They haven't taken the loss here. Man, what? There we go, BETR. Well, where did my... $97 your view app for BETR. Let's see if we can get above that and get going. You guys are hilarious. Smoke Tuna, I hope that you're okay. That sounds really awful. Sundial, Kron, all of the pot names strong here. I'm going to try refreshing my pro real quick. Let's go to trade the pool. I'd like Tesla to come back in and give us a setup opportunity. That would really be great. I can actually delete this trend line. Although this trend really kind of holding here today. Maybe I'll leave that on there. See if we come back in towards that trend line. I will say something else here about Trade the Pool. I really like these charts. They're really crisp. The app works great. It feels really, really good. Feels really, really good. All right, let's go back to Pro here. Hang on a sec. All right, so let's take a poll here. What are you folks in? What are you folks trading right now? Anyone got tickers that they're trading? My Pro won't load. Tesla. I like to hear it. ALLR, Carvana. Tell you what, I wouldn't want to be short Carvana right now. Born to be free. Good to see you, man. You're in Apple. Good day to be in Apple. Born, you excited for the draft tonight? You excited for the draft tonight, my man? Here, I think if I do this, no. If I do this, no, I have to go full screen. Okay, there's no way for me to have the camera there as well. Sorry about that, folks. Tesla definitely should have just kind of stayed in that. I think maybe that's what Lynn and Randy do. They stay in it. Just kind of hang on to it. BETR rejected at the VWAP. We'll see if it's strong enough to get back in. Born, you don't need a new link. All you need to do, the fantasy draft is hosted through ESPN, and you're already in the league. You were in the league from yesterday, so there's nothing for you to sign up for. You simply need to log into your ESPN account and go to your team from last year. And I think you actually named your team name, Gosh, My Team Sucks, or something like that. So you can go in there, change your team name. Draft is going to be today, 5:15 Eastern. Really wanted a pull here on Tesla. Never really got it. It's going without me. All right. Let's see if we can log in here. Trying to log into Pro here, guys. Give me 1 sec. All right, folks, sorry, struggling with Pro here. Just keep trade the pool up. We'll take a look at some of the other stocks you folks want to take a look at while we're waiting. I can't believe they're not butter. Can't believe it's not better. Here's a pullback in Tesla. This is what we were waiting for here. Actually, you know what I'm going to do is we're going to scale in small here. Tesla. I'm going to scale in small here. Let's take 10 shares here. Looks like Pro is back. Tesla, big pull. Okay, this is why I wanted to just add small. Now we'll start adding a little bit bigger for these bounce backs on Tesla. See what the market's doing here. Buying puts for a hedge there. Okay. So I'm just going to buy 10 at a time here. We're going to buy another 10. See if we can get Tesla to move back over. Yeah, better really falling out of bed here now. Carmen. Stopped out of that, by the way. 90 cents. Let's see if Tesla can bounce. And don't forget, folks, despite really, first of all, really appreciate you folks hanging out with me, all of the help here. Great job by our community calling different opportunities and stuff here today. Cannot thank you enough. Don't forget to join us for All Access coming up right after live trading here today. Going to have another interview, so be sure to stick around for that. We're going to be getting over to that here in about 15 minutes. Let me actually check and see. We're not over yet. I'm just trying to prepare you. Tesla bouncing here. So those ads on the way, or the ad on the way down was pretty good. We'll see if we can actually get back above that first buy spot. Then back above that line, see if Tesla can remain strong here. Market still kind of pausing here at the highs, so we'll see. Maybe it needs the market to get going. Felipe says, thank you for holding the fort down. No question about it. I'll be honest. I always tell Mitch, I'm nervous when I'm doing this by myself just because Mitch does so much for this show. But I will say that the only reason that I'm able to do this is because you guys are so great here. By the way, Tesla big pop here is exactly what we wanted here. We don't have a lot of shares. So, Tesla moving to the highs here. Tesla big move. We'll take that. So that's coming back in. ICCT looking like this might be trying to go higher here too. Obviously not going to take that. Oh man, Tesla big pull off that. Thanks, Born. They make it so easy. I always just try to. Oh, Tesla big pull here, big pull. Let's see if we pull back down to the view app here on Tesla. That actually would be great. I'm going to add some here. Up to 30 shares now on Tesla. Hey, Smoke Tuna, thanks very much. Again, really leaning on you folks here today. It's been great. Market really pulling. Actually, I might have to cut this Tesla. Well, we'll see. We'll give it a sec. 13 hitting the quick trade in ICCT. All right. Let's see if the market bounces here. It did trade back down. Okay. Folks, it looks like we are going to be moving over to All-Access. Let me go ahead and take this off. Let me see if I can do this correctly. We're going to take this off. We're going to bring Aaron on. Aaron, how you doing this morning, my man?
I'm good, Ryan. Happy Thursday, Zinger Nation. It is almost a weekend, almost a long weekend. So, hope everyone's in good spirits today. The market's up, for the third, fourth day in a row, Ryan?
Yep. And it's actually, this would be the fifth, right? I know we're pulling back here, but still up. I got one big question for you, Aaron. How much golf are you going to play this weekend?
That's a good question because I'm actually going back to St. Louis for a wedding. So it sounds like Saturday I'll be all wrapped up. Friday, tomorrow, I think I'll be driving back to St. Louis after work. So probably not tomorrow, probably not Saturday. Hopefully Sunday and Monday, though. How about you?
Okay, yeah, I'm going to try to do it, but I got to be honest. Here in Chicago, the weather's going to be nuts. It's going to be like 92, 94, 95 Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So going to be perfect. A steamer out there. Perfect.
I don't mind that. That might make the tee sheets a little bit less busy with the heat. So,
I'll tell you what. You know what? If that's the case, Aaron, I'm gonna be in good shape. I got a tee time for 9 on Sunday morning, pretty early, so I'm gonna try to avoid the heat. But I'm looking for 18 on Monday. So
there you go. Well, looking forward to hearing how it's going. Well, Ryan, we're gonna go ahead and start transitioning. Thanks.
Amazing.
As always, great job on live trading. Like I said, these markets have been kind of crazy. I mean, it seems like we were red every single day in a row for a while, and now we've been green every single day in a row for a while. So I guess right now, whatever the trend is, just be trading that. That's what it seems like, not financial advice. But Ryan, thanks again. We'll chat soon. Great job on live trading. Everyone smashed a like for Ryan.
Yeah, I really appreciate
it. Carrying it today for a little bit solo, which is hard to do.
Gotta do it. Gotta be there for the teammates. Real quick, as I leave, James asking, what irons do you all play? Golf question. I have the stealth irons. I'll let Aaron take it from here. Aaron, thanks very much. I'm gonna let you handle the transition. Peace, everybody. Thanks for joining.
Thank you, Ryan. Irons. I have let's see. I have honestly like 4 different types of irons in my bag, but most of them are Callaway X Hot 2. I think they're from like 2013 or something. So that might be my next thing that I upgrade. All right, guys, let's transition into our All Access series. This is where we bring you complete access to executives at publicly traded companies. I'm going to be talking to Ken Londoner today from Biosig, the CEO, founder, chairman, and director. So a lot of titles there for Ken. Without further ado, let's go ahead and bring Mr. Londoner on the show. All right, Mr. Londoner, how are you doing today?
I'm listening to you guys and your show, and it's really entertaining. Thanks for having me.
Well, I appreciate it. That's the nicest thing someone said to me so far today. So I appreciate that.
I am a former money manager, hedge fund manager, so listening to how you guys are approaching the market resonates with me, and it's fascinating. This year's been really interesting.
I mean, yeah, well, yeah, this year's been really interesting. Last year was interesting. The COVID
Last
year
year
was
was
interesting.
interesting in a bad way.
Yeah, so exactly. So
Really.
we've definitely had a lot of things to talk about in the market the past few years. But Ken, let's hop into to Biosig. So why don't we just start? Why don't you just give us an overview of Biosig? What do you guys do?
We are a medical device manufacturer and developer. We make a cardiac technology that helps treat people with AFib or irregular heartbeats. It's a computer system that gets installed in hospitals across the US. We have FDA approval. And it's basically, for your audience that may not really understand all the nuances, it's like Google Maps for cardiac surgery. It's the simplest way I can describe it.
Got it. Well, this is like cardiac stuff in general is kind of near and dear to my heart, no pun intended. My mom is a PA, a physician's assistant, who's worked in heart surgery for most of his career. There's been a lot of different cardiac problems throughout my family. So,
Mhm.
I even though I'm young, I try to be health conscious, pay attention to that stuff. And my uncle actually had his Apple Watch diagnosed him with AFib, and he
Amazing.
went to his doctor, and they were like, "Yeah, you do," and they had to like shock his heart back into rhythm or
Yeah.
something. Can you explain what AFib is real quick for people who may not be familiar?
Yeah, first of all, for the investment community, the reason I started this company is I looked at the demographics or the aging of the American population. And I realized that if you're interested in building a business, you want to go where the volume and the demand is going to be. Cardiology has historically been a huge global market because I like to say everybody has a heart. But from a growth perspective, I used to manage the Seligman Growth Fund, which is a growth mutual fund. We're always looking for growth investments. So cardiology historically has been a great growth industry, and there are many, many successes over the years. AFib is a disease that affects people. It's genetic, it's hereditary, and it's a rapid heart rhythm. It's when your heart is racing above your normal heartbeat, and that causes problems. It causes lightheadedness, faintness. It could cause a stroke. And it's something that you have to address immediately. You can't ignore it like a pain in your side. And so usually you can feel it. You feel palpitations in your chest. If it's really bothersome, you go to the doc. The doc will take an EKG. From there, they'll determine how serious it is. And if it's really serious, you have two choices. You can go on drug medications, and those are effective a lot of the time, but those medications have very serious side effects. And once you go on them and you make that decision, you're on them for life. The other option is what's called a cardiac ablation, which is a minimally invasive surgical procedure where you're usually in and out of the hospital the same day. And they basically go inside your heart. They're looking for the areas that are causing the problem, and they're delivering radio frequency energy to your heart or cryo energy to your heart, which allows the heart, if they get the right places, it allows the heart to go back into a normal heart rhythm. And what our technology does is it assists the physician in making that decision to find the source of the arrhythmia faster and more reliably. And, we've been at this now for almost 15 years. And, we're starting to see some really nice progress.
Wow. Well, yeah, like I said, I mean, I just find this topic very fascinating for myself with my family history and everything. So Ken, why don't can you tell me a little bit about the Pure EP platform? What is the technology underlying it, and why is it important to have such clear signals?
So the heart signals are everything for the physician when they're trying to figure out how to fix the heart. Usually you have one of two problems if you're going to have heart issues. You have a blockage in your arteries that leads to a heart attack. The solution there is either lose a bunch of weight, but if it's an emergency, they'll put a stent in your vessel and they'll open up the vessel for blood flow. Stents have been around a while, and it's part of some of the largest companies out there like Johnson and Johnson, Medtronic. For a slow heart rhythm, that where your heart's beating too slow, they'll install a pacemaker. If your heart's beating too fast, they'll send you for a cardiac ablation. And it's a very large audience. In the United States, there's a very large basis of people that have this. 1 out of 4 Americans over the age of 60 have an arrhythmia. And, there's roughly 750,000 surgical procedures done a year in the United States, and it is a totally global market as well.
Got it. So Ken, tell us about the subscription model. Why go this route? I think it's kind of rare to see companies in the medical space go subscription model.
After the pandemic caused a lot of disruption to the hospital system, as we all know, and some of us have sort of had those issues. The hospitals have gotten much more discerning over what they want to bring in. If you have something better, faster, that they can make money off of, and you can offer it to them in a subscription where they don't have to pay a large amount of money up front, it makes it easier for them to adopt. So if you want to relate that to something that's easier to understand, if you want to buy an expensive car like a Land Rover, do you want to come out of pocket $110,000 to buy the car? Some people will. Other people who might not have that money available, or they want to use the resources for something else, will lease a car. So a subscription is a little bit of a different form of lease, but it makes it much easier for the hospital to embrace the technology. And we found that model is appealing in this day and age. And we're a bit of a pioneer in that regard. There are not a lot of companies that have been offering subscriptions, but we think more and more will start to, just to address the hospital's needs.
Got it. So Ken, I understand you guys just inked a deal with the Cleveland Clinic. How does this position you in the market?
Like, golf clubs, right? If you have Callaways, you want the leading golfers on the tour to use your clubs. Cleveland Clinic is well known as one of the leading heart hospitals in the world. We just announced a commercial deal with them many months in the works. Very excited that they adopted our technology. We've been working closely with them for about a year, and they obviously see value in our technology. They also have been doing medical research with us, and we're thrilled to be with them. We've also sold product to the Mayo Clinic and to some of the leading hospitals within the HCA system. These are market leaders. And so we're just getting started, but that's a good sign when a small company can penetrate a system like that. It's usually a precursor for things to come.
So tell me a little bit about the data that you're starting to see come out of the Cleveland Clinic and how the Pure EP platform could revolutionize cardiac arrhythmia treatment.
In cardiac arrhythmia procedures, there is still room to go to make the procedure flawless. With stents today, they're very effective, but it took 30 years to get to that point. With cardiac arrhythmias, there's still a situation where you could go in and have a procedure and they don't get the right spots and the arrhythmia comes back and you have to have a second surgery. So the data we've been doing for years is geared to show that we can help the physicians do the surgery correctly the first time. And we also have seen at the Cleveland Clinic, we shorten the time of the procedure. There are different types of this disease and the procedures vary in length, but we've shown at the Cleveland Clinic the ability to take approximately 20 minutes out of the time of the procedure. And that's 20 minutes where you're on the table in surgery under anesthesia. Every minute matters, and every minute we save is real money for them. We calculate that we can save roughly $800 in cost per procedure just from the software and the time savings.
Wow. What about the downstream effects of better treatment? How will this impact, healthcare costs?
Arrhythmia is very expensive. The hospitals charge quite a bit of money. So technology is really our best bet in the United States to bring down healthcare costs. Efficiency and technology are very important. There's a big boom going on right now in the hospital world with artificial intelligence commercially coming in. It's very early days. The leader in AI in healthcare has been Mayo Clinic. We partnered with them in 2019 to bring our AI capabilities, which we've developed with a gentleman by the name of Alexander Wisner-Gross, who's a PhD out of Harvard and MIT. And basically, these hospitals are using artificial intelligence to bring down the cost of care and to find opportunities to treat patients better. So that's very important. For us, with our Pure EP system, the more it gets used, the more users we have, the more software we launch on the platform, we think the more costs we can take out of the procedure. And with the growth of the number of procedures, our healthcare system needs that.
Understood. So, I mean, we talked about how this year has been kind of a crazy year in the market. The main storyline's been really about AI. You have an AI focused subsidiary, and it was just selected by NVIDIA for its Inception program. What does this mean? What does it mean for Biosig?
NVIDIA has a very large sort of developer community. So they make the chips that really speed up the processing of data rapidly. And they are uniquely positioned, which is why that stock has been so strong, probably continues to be so. So they want to move their product into all the different industrial sectors they can. And if you think about the amount of data that hospitals generate, both in surgery on devices like ours, or in administration in terms of tending to patients and their medical records, NVIDIA would like to push deeply into the healthcare sector. They're looking for partners to be able to push in. What they're looking for is they're looking for data-hungry applications, because where there's tremendous processing of data, they can sell more of their product. So in our space, there's a lot of data, there's a lot of processing, and there's a lot of benefit from their innovation. So we are working on pilot programs that can bring their know-how into the equation. And there are other partners we're talking to because through cardiology is one of the biggest departments in the hospital. So in our department, if you will, we're looking to bring the latest and greatest technology to bear and find a way to apply it so we can save the hospital time and money and ultimately position ourselves very well versus anybody else, and we can sell more of our product. So we're just starting out with them, and we are really looking forward to defining ways we can bring their technology to our segment.
Got it. So AI is set to potentially revolutionize pretty much every industry. What about medical research? How do you think AI will impact medical research?
That's a really great question. I haven't pondered that. I will tell you, I just came back from a conference sponsored by the Milken Institute, who's a leader in medical innovation and bringing faster cures to the American public. AI is being very focused on drug development right now. Phase 3 clinical trials cost billions of dollars, take years of time. I think the average clinical trial is 6 or 7 years. And there's a belief that AI can shrink the 6 or 7 years down to 6 to 8 months and trim a lot of money off of that by running simulations as opposed to just having thousands of patients. The cost of one patient in a drug trial is upwards of $10,000 to $20,000 per patient, depending on what drug it is. And if you think about how many patients are needed globally, that's where the billions of dollars of costs come in. So the more expensive the drug trial, the more expensive the medicine in the marketplace. And a lot of people, a lot of Americans can't afford the cost of drugs. So I think AI is probably going to have the biggest impact in clinical trials. And then, we're exploring how can we bring AI onto the Pure EP platform to automate our surgical procedure, make it more accurate, more predictable. And there's going to be years of work to figure it all out. But we've been working on it for about 4 years now. So we have made progress. We've published some publications on how AI helps our cardiac procedure. And also, we filed some patents, and we've got more work to do.
Got it. Well, Ken, this has been an awesome discussion. I've really enjoyed learning more about Biosig and what you guys are doing. Sounds like some very exciting things. Thanks for hopping on Benzinga's All-Access. Look forward to catching up about any exciting updates in the future.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.
All right, guys, that was Ken Londoner, the CEO, founder, and chairman of Biosig Technologies. As you guys can see there, the ticker's up here on the screen somewhere. Biosig, BSGM. Coming up, we have a very special crypto webinar today, so make sure to stay tuned for that. If you guys have been paying attention, crypto's been ripping this week. The Grayscale Bitcoin ETF was announced that it won its lawsuit against the SEC. As a result, Bitcoin was trading up higher, 5%, and basically all other cryptos, whether you're talking Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, you name it, has been following along as well. So, if you guys want to learn more about the crypto space right now, stay tuned. This will redirect you straight to that webinar. You do not need to go anywhere. Shout out to everyone who tuned in to live trading and all access today. Please smash the like if you have not already and subscribe to the channel. I'm AB. We'll be back next week with some more great all access. Maybe tomorrow too, actually. Let me check. No, looks like no all access tomorrow. But next week, we will be back after the Labor Day. Have a great long weekend, everyone, and happy trading.